Thanks for watching the video. There are a couple new versions available for mPower Beverage's back office, point of sale application, as well as server. This video is covering some of the major changes that were made to the back office application. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us at 972-234-5884. The first thing you'll notice is a pretty big difference in the appearance of the back office. We have a new logo attached in the middle. And also there's a color assigned to it of blue. When you're looking at our applications on your taskbar now, you'll notice that back office is in blue, server is in gray, and point of sale is in red, so you can more easily toggle between those to see which one is which. Also on the navigation bar on the left here, we have new logos for unit control, order tracking, customer management, and going down that list. If you use the toolpad, you'll notice the same logos available for the toolpad applications for unit control, order tracking, and the other categories as well. So the first thing I'll do is go under select item under unit control, just to show you the changes that were made to the item screen. I'll pull up a standard item. Shiner sits back here. Within our system, you can still search by name description, by SKU number there, and you can still create new items, edit items, or copy existing ones if you want to. I'll hit the edit button here. So within the item screen, one thing you'll notice is that you can now add a case UPC code. So if you want to scan out the item at the register by the case, then you can do that just by adding that case UPC code here. It'll automatically bring in the correct quantity and give them your case retail price that you have in the system. Also, under the plus sign here, you can come in and still add additional UPC codes. You'll notice now that you can see your markup percentage and gross margin percentage there. So if you want to see those when you're setting up singles, you can see those percentages. Also on the bottom of the screen, you now have the option to either save the item and leave it open, or you can hit the save and close button, which will go ahead and close it out. So if you want to have it save and fill in the correct fields, but leave it open to make more changes to it, you can do that here. And what I'll do is go across the tabs. So the vendor pricing tab, you can now see the gross margin and markup percentages here. You can also see the retail plus the tax price. So if you want to see that at the unit level, you can do that. On the promotions tab, you can come in and make adjustments to your promotion prices. So this is where you can see if the item is currently assigned to an item level promotion, and if it is, then you can see the price that you're currently selling it out at, and you can make adjustments to that price here if you want to. You can also see your current margin for that promotion as well. In the inventory tab, nothing major has changed here. You do have a few additional columns there if you want to see those, but that for the most part has remained the same. So what I'll do next here is walk you through the ordering and receiving process, some of the changes we've made there. If I go into order tracking here, I'll create a new purchase request. So in this screen, you can still add items in by the quick add, or you can hit select item and bring items in that way. So I'll go ahead and pull in a couple of my sample items. When you pull in these items, not a ton has changed here, but you do have some additional columns to see. It'll bring in your current quantity on hand. If you want, you can see how many you sold in the last 7 days, last 30, 60, and 90 days, as well as last year and the 30 days coming up. We also have now the day supply on hand, which is DSOH. So that's going to give you an estimated days remaining of that product that you have currently. And you can also add notes to each item if you want to. So if this is for a particular customer, or if there's something that you want the receiver to see when they're bringing that item in, you can add notes there on the purchase request screen. Also, if you right click on this grid, just like you can on most of the grids throughout our system, you'll be able to hit edit grid preferences there. If there are particular things that you want to be able to sort by, then you can look at some of the new columns that are available. So if you want to add in sold 120, 150, 180, you can pull in some of those new columns to make them visible, and you can just mark them as visible. One thing that's also nice is if I go ahead and hit approve here, it's going to sort those by purchase order, as you know. From here, you now have the option to either print out this purchase order. You can still go in and make changes to it with your vendor if you want to before you send it to them. But you also have the option now to email this purchase order to them. So if you hit the email button, it's going to use the default email program that you have on that computer, and it'll pull up the purchase order attached as a PDF document that you can then email to your vendor that way. So if you want to use that functionality, you certainly can. Also, if you want to send multiple purchase orders to a vendor, you can do that using the purchase order, print, email, fax option here. So if you pull up these, you can come in and select multiple purchase orders at once, and then from here you can email those, and we'll attach all of those to one email that you can then forward on to your vendor. So we've also made a few improvements to the reporting section. So I'll go under my reporter here, and I'll go ahead and select report. In this screen, you can still make edits to the date range. You can include the time. You can still bring in or filter by departments and categories that you have in the system. One thing, if you click on SKU numbers, you can still go in and type SKU numbers there if you want to, or you can come in and add SKU numbers by clicking that, and it allows you to bring in items by category, department, and then you can filter that down by price range, by name description, by your minimum quantity on hand, or by sizes and that type of thing. So you can get a little bit more creative on bringing items in if you want to by SKU number. Also, if it's a customer report, you can come in now and add customers by group, or by customer numbers. You can type in actual customer numbers there. So we've also made a few changes to the employee setup. So I'll go under database, employees here. Within here, I'll choose the cashier template that I have set up. You can come in, and there's a few additional fields now that you can track, such as birthday, hire date. You can add any notes that you want to there for employees. Under security, most of this remains the same. You can come in and choose which menu items and taskpad and reports they can look at. Under the other, we have added a few additional fields here, so whether or not they can edit the item records or reviews, promotions. You just have a few additional options there depending on what you want your employees to be able to do. So another thing that you can now do, if I go under System Utilities, under our Ticket Designer, if you have shelf tags that you like and you just want to copy an existing one, you can now do that by hitting the copy button here. In our notes, we also describe one of the things that the new release might affect are your margins on your shelf tags and your different labels that you have designed. So you might need to come in and make adjustments to those. The first thing that we recommend trying is adjusting your top and left margins here to 540 to 540, and then you might need to play a little bit with the height and width there to make those print out correctly. If you have any questions on that, don't hesitate to call us and we can help you get your shelf tags or labels printing correctly again. And a couple more miscellaneous notes that I'll make for you. You can now, under database here, you can come in, and there's now a point of sale option, so you can actually come in the back office and adjust your menu for your point of sale preferences, or your point of sale security, your tender types. So you can come in, it's going to ask you which register number you want to edit, and so you can put that in and then make changes to the actual preferences there. We'll have a separate video for showing you some of the new features that are available on the point of sale side, but you can make these changes now in the back office. We also had to make a few adjustments for PCI compliance. If you have a user that tries to log in 6 times unsuccessfully, it's going to lock their account, and it would require a manager's override to come in and reset their password. Also, under promotions, real quick, you can now copy existing promotions. So again, if you have a similar promotion, you don't have to recreate a new one. You can just come in and choose a promotion and copy it without redoing it completely. Also, we've just improved the product overall, so you should find less bugs in the system, and we've made quite a few just general enhancements to it as well. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us. Phone number is 972-234-5884, or you can email us at support at mpowerbeverage.com.